Hello guys, bless up yourself guys. I want to welcome you to Just EKI, and my name is Ki. I'm from Kenya, originally from Kenya, born and raised in Mathare, Eastleigh area guys. So I want to welcome you to my channel this day, and depending where you're watching from, okay? So today I want to discuss about maximizing and seizing the moment. First of all, I want to give a tribute to one of my most inspiring guy I used to look up to as a mentor. I want to give special tribute to him. Maybe most of you don't know him. He's called Douglas Maina, born and raised in those areas, the ghetto areas, Mathare, Karibangi, those areas. And this guy used to be one of them, like one of my not mentor, I don't know what they're motivator, because this guy, he came from the ghettos, he came from the hood, and around the 1970s he won a bronze medal, and also in that was in all African games somewhere in Morocco somewhere, and he also won a bronze in somewhere in Canada. And he came from the hood, he came from the ghetto. So when I was growing up as a kid, I mean, sometimes he'd show up, like, you know, in places like, I used to go to St. Teresa's Catholic Church. They used to have a training, hall there for young people from the ghettos. And there were so many other, like, there's so many other people I used to look up to, like Douglas Maina, and there's another guy who used to call Olulu. Olulu used to have dreadlocks. The guy used to be like, you know, those are the guys. There's another one called Mwangi. But Douglas Maina went and represented Kenya and won bronze 2 times. All right. So maybe most of you don't know about him, because unfortunately Kenya, we have that habit of when somebody is in the spotlight, we all shout out, we all give credit. Oh yeah, he's ours. Yeah. When you're winning, when he's winning the games, when he's like, you know, he's on top of the world. Those days there was no trending, right? There was no trending. But he would win, but they had newspaper, radios, and TV. And then, so like at the time when he won the bronze 2 times, it's like everybody's talking about him. But after that, nobody knew what happened to him, Douglas Maina. I mean, I'm telling his story because he was a personal friend of mine, and we used to minister with him in the same church, like at some point in life. And I used to look up to him. When I saw him in the church, I used to minister as a musician. When I saw him there, I couldn't believe, because he was my childhood hero, man. Having come from the ghetto, when he represented Kenya, and he went to Canada. We used to look up to such people, because I'm born from Mathare, the worst place. And thank God for that Undugu Hall. They used to have a St. Teresa's, because I met a lot of like guys I used to look up to, you know, in boxing, and you know, they made it good. Now, Maina Douglas, let me tell you, most of you, if you have ever gone to Nairobi cinema, you remember when they refurbished Nairobi cinema, they refurbished it, they made it look cool, they tried to, you know, upgrade it in the early 2000s, and you know, I went there the first time they opened, and I saw my dude there, and I was so excited to see him there. But at the same time, I was feeling so heartbroken, because this is a guy at some point in life, you are praising him, you are doing this, you are like, oh, Douglas Maina. And then now, the kind of work he's doing at Nairobi cinema was just to verify tickets. When you pay for a movie and you try to get in, that's all he used to do, verify tickets, going in to watch the movies at Nairobi cinema. Maybe most of you saw Maina Douglas. You saw Maina Douglas. If you have ever gone to Nairobi cinema, you saw Douglas Maina. You saw Douglas Maina. I remember Grace also. Grace, who used to work at Nairobi Cinema at the stand, you know, where you buy your snacks and everything. If you watch this video, Grace, you can verify, you can confirm. Douglas Maina used to be working there, but yet at some point he was a hero. He was like, whoa, everybody, Douglas Maina. So I want to give a special tribute to him. And he was a great guy. He had the greatest heart, humility, very good spirit, man. I couldn't believe like he was the same guy I used to look up to, man. And why I'm saying this is because, you know, like, and I'm gonna say about maximize the moment. When you're up there, make sure at that time, all the finances, everything you get, the endorsements, you know, you need to maximize, have a plan and everything. Unfortunately, in their time, maybe they didn't have all these social medias and everything, consultation and all that. So minus Douglas, unfortunately, he passed away due to some illness. But I just want to give special tribute to him. And I'm going to be basing everything I'm going to say about all the other people that have been trending in Kenya. Like a season comes and your star shines on you, the face of God shines upon you, and sometimes we think that that season is gonna last, but seasons come and seasons go, all right? So for right now, I just wanna give a silent moment. Douglas Maina, my hero, my mentor, the person I used to look up to, motivator from the who, but you made it out there. May your soul rest in peace. Respect. I want to say a thing. If you look at one of his eye, the right eye, that is as a result of boxing. That is as a result of boxing, right? Because he was representing Kenya. Guys, these are the scars he incurred while fighting for the country. A country that has a habit, when you're winning, when in the spotlight, they want to be associated with you, but when that season is over, they forget about you completely. But now what I'm trying to say, the sad part is this. Like when we come from the hood and you get a moment, a star shines on you, the face of God smiles upon you. Something we all lack when you come from such a neighborhood is this. Knowledge. We lack knowledge to realize that this season will not last forever. It is just a season. God has just given you a moment. God has just allowed you to get these stars shining on you. So what you need to do is acquire knowledge on how to plan, how to invest, the little money you get, the little endorsements you get. You need to find and learn, seek consultation, seek anybody who can teach you on how to invest the little money you get in that season. Because season comes and go. And then there's a time when you get that moment, when it shines on you, you need to take it, run with it, maximize it, but remember, don't go and blow out everything. Don't think, oh, this is my moment now. This is my moment. Oh, I gotta go shine, I gotta go, oh, buy all the latest, buy all the... No. That season is just temporary, all right? So right now, the reason why I did this video, part 2, I'm gonna talk about the latest Gen Z Goliath who's trending in Kenya, all right? This guy, he comes from upcountry, right? He works as a Kagera, or what we call Makanga in my days, all right? I will tell you this for sure. I worked as a Makanga also, Isili Nambatisa. I used to work Makanga Nambatisa. If you remember the days of Rosa, ROS, I used to work in these KPN Rosa that used to have very good music. We had the Rosas, and then the latest one started coming called Nganya. You know, the latest Matatu started coming. There used to be Borak. There used to be one we used to call Yanyama. We had so many those days, like. So I also worked as a makanga, and we used to make quite some money, but we also lacked knowledge on how to invest, on how to save. All we did is spend money and, you know, not realize the clock is ticking. Before long, you get kids, you got this, you got this. And maybe, like, I remember my friend called Mugambi, he fell in a matatu, it ran on him, broke his leg, he became disabled. And we never planned for such things. So I want to talk to this guy called the latest Gen Z Goliath, all right? The star is shining on you. The face of God is shining on you. The favor of God is upon you. It is your moment. It is your moment. But I want to tell you, bro, this season is not going to last for a long time. So this moment will not last for a long time. Somebody else will come maybe tomorrow, 2 weeks, and they're going to be trending. You know, Kenyans go for what is trending now. Because Kenyans were obsessed with views, likes, these and these. We are like junkies of just social media, right? So somebody else is gonna come and somebody is gonna be trending. You know, Kenyans will come for me. Somebody else is gonna be trending. Somebody else is gonna be on top, and you'll be history, right? So I wanted to encourage you because let me say this. I'm gonna pause and say this. When this guy went for an interview with Jeff at KTN, and he was not KTN, it was Citizen. Jeff asked him a question. I don't remember that guy's name. They asked him, "What do you want to do? What do you want? Like, what do you want to do?"
Yeah, I'm a way of life nini.
Mimi.
Yeah.
Mimi nilikuwa nataka nijulikane for now.
Unataka kuwa famous? Kwa nini?
Soja nilikuwa sijajulikana. Kama singekuwa nimejulikana singekuwa niko hapa sasa.
What is your agenda? What is your goal? What is your plan? What is your vision? And the guy, the first thing he said he want to be famous. He want to be popular. He want to be this and that. But one thing he didn't realize is that this fame most of the time is temporary. Fame is temporary. You'll be famous now. You'll be famous a couple of weeks. But something else will come and you will be out of the limelight. So for me, or if there's somebody out there, you can go consult with him and then encourage him, teach him. Like, he's getting a lot of brands. Here in the United States, like all the places is going, measuring clothes, the shoes, the everything, the cell phone, they like everything he's giving them. He is actually selling their brand. He's selling their brand. And if there's anybody there who really like, you know, I don't know, guys don't throw, Kenyans like to do that, throw stones and, you know, if there's anybody who can go and educate this guy what's going on, he needs to maximize that moment when all these brands are coming for him, right? They might just give him a few 20,000 here, 10,000 here, but that's not enough. Because I've seen so many brands, companies, like the one he gave cell phone. I've seen like when he go to Bata, maybe people don't even know what Bata is. He went to Bata, he went to like, now he's traveling. All these, the company where they sell beds and sofa set. I'm not saying they shouldn't give him, but I want you to realize he's also selling their brand, right? He's selling their brand. And I think here in the, like if here in America, you have an agent by now, you'd have an agent who would be dealing with all these brands that want him to come in. It's okay to give him, but you give me a suit today, you just give me something today and a few dollars, a few shillings, it's not gonna last for a long time. Once the season is over, that is it. So if there's somebody out there who's running an agency for such things, you need to get this guy. Like, you never know. We never know. The sky's the limit. You understand? You don't want us to see like once is it, that is phased out. And why am I saying this? We had Congestina. Congestina won belt for Kenya. She has belts for championship. She was not number 2 or 3. She was a champion. And they realize people can say, oh, mental health, and all these things. Because remember, you see my guy here, Maina, Douglas Maina, he lost his eye. He lost his eye from fighting, boxing for a country that most likely they don't really appreciate sports, and they don't really like, as long as you bring a goal, most of the time it's only the goal. Now Congestina, don't look at Muhammad Ali and many other boxers because of all the fighting and everything. If you've never boxed, when you get the right one here on the temple, normally you don't realize where you are. And all those fights for her to get the championship belt, he must have messed up with his brain too, right? Of which is something, unfortunately, sports don't pay in Kenya. But if she was working like in let's say like Wangila and they make a whole lot of money, they have agents and all that, they have plans for everything, she would have been taken care of, So that's something maybe people can think about, start an agency to have such people there. And then let me talk about Githeri Man, all right? Githeri Man, during the election, he became the whole thing. He was out there. Now, let me tell you, you're taking a guy from the hood, somebody who is out there, we put him like at the limelight. No, like he has no experience whatsoever how to deal with such. And of course, he was an alcoholic. He goes there, he's honored by the president, he's given suits, he's given everything, he's given this and this and this and this and this and this and this, given some money, but he had a problem. He was an alcoholic, and we didn't have anybody to they followed up a few times here and there. He became history. Right now we don't know. But we don't know where he is. We don't know what happened to him. He was given one of the highest honors in the country during that time of election. But that is it. Omosh. You all know Omosh. Who doesn't know Omosh? Kizangira mwenyewe. So Omosh, after so many years, he used to act in, this show in Kenya. He was like, yeah. And as all the other Kenyan artists, we talk about all the shows we used to watch when they were young. Most of them died very poor. Now Omosh comes in the limelight. He's crying for help. Yet he used to be somebody we all used to. Oh yeah, he was funny in the show. This. But now he comes very poor. He's crying, but he also struggling with alcoholism, right? So we put him once he came out and he was crying. You know how Kenyans are, right? You know how we are. I'm a Kenyan too. We all went almost everywhere, like all the social media, because he's the trending thing. He's the trending thing. No, are we really concerned about the person, or is just because we want to trend? We want your channel to get views. You want your channels to get likes. You want your channels to get subscribers. Do you really care about this person? You as a content creator, that's where you're making your earnings. That's where you're making your daily bread. But now you get this person who is in dire need of something. We start using these people here, and the brands come. We're gonna give this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, but you know what? This is something we need to change. Because here in the United States, when they discover a talent that's gonna bring traction in anything, they only have agents who come in and start giving counsel, start giving advice, like A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, and then I'm going to talk about also the mindset of having come from the poor background, all right? So, this guy, Goliath, the Gen Z Goliath, it is your season. The star is on you. The face of God has shined upon you. And I think I would encourage you, seek counsel, seek people who can advise you, so that when brands want to affiliate with you, you will be able to have deals that will last even when the season is over. When this phase is over, you will still be able to earn something. You will invest your money. Don't blow all your money. Don't go buying flash. It's like you won a lottery. And unfortunately, a lot of people who win lotteries end up very poor, because sometimes we are not prepared enough. Your mind is not prepared to handle that kind of money, that kind of attention. It can be very destructive right now. So I would encourage you, bro, relax yourself. Don't get into that madness of you feel now you're a celebrity. Pride start coming in. You start like thinking you're top of the world because you're famous. You know, you might just be famous in Kenya, but it's just for a season, all right? So be humble, get consultation. If there's people there who can help him, get him counsel, get him advice, try, just because what happened is when the season is over, this can lead to mental problems, mental issue, it can lead to a lot of problems. That's why a lot of people who end up in alcoholism, drugs, and everything, because now the attention is not on you, it's on other people or something else that's trending. So this is just my advice. I want you to learn from the people that were ahead of you. So I just want to advise this guy, maximize, get counsel, listen to people who are giving you positive advice, all right? Listen, because today you might be shining, but tomorrow might be somebody else. So guys, bless up yourself and see you in the next one, all right? Bye-bye.